Hey guys, it's Josip. Welcome to the puzzle number 3. So puzzle number 3 is just asking for data. You don't need to provide any value. So let's jump into it. Before jumping in the actual puzzle, and this is also a basic one, a really simple one, let's just kind of explore what is the call data. So I've prepared here like a swap on the Uniswap, and let's just try like swapping. MetaMask will pop up, and if you check out MetaMask here, we're actually trying to execute a transaction. We want to execute a swap on the Uniswap decentralized exchange. And here, if we go under the hex tab, we're actually trying to execute a specific function which accepts a certain parameters. And here we can actually check what is the call data we are passing. This is a big chunk of data, so maybe it doesn't mean anything to you, but usually there are like three basic types of call data you're going to see. In this case, this is a function execution. So the start of the call data is the 4-byte function selector. If you're not familiar with function selectors, just Google it a bit, check it out. It's one of the most basic concepts. The function selector, it specifies the function you're trying to execute. And the rest of this call data are encoded function parameters. So these three parameters are being encoded, and there is a certain way you encode different data types. Not to get into some details here, you can check it out, but you would encode in a different way, like an array or just a uint or an address, etc. You can check that out in more detail. So as I said, this is like the most of the transactions you're going to see on the blockchain are just executing some kind of a function. Then if you're deploying a contract, which we'll see in the later puzzles, it has a totally different structure, totally different format of the call data. And let's say the third type would be if you're just sending some ETH. You can even send a transaction with 0 ETH, but you can still specify any kind of call data you would like. And you might have seen when these hackers are just trying to send some kind of messages through blockchain, they will just send like literally an empty transaction, but just the call data will contain some kind of a message. So they are going to communicate in this manner. Okay, so I'm not buying any DAI from Uniswap. This is just to demonstrate quickly how you can check the call data of a transaction through MetaMask. Okay, let's go back to our puzzle. So if we check the opcodes on the right, the only new opcode is the call data size. Let's quickly check the description. So call data size gets the size of input data in the current environment in bytes. So maybe you've seen previously from MetaMask that it specified how many was the length of the call data. So it had some length in bytes. In this case, let's just try just literally something. Let's try 0x00. And here in the EVM playground, and this is also true for a regular transaction, you need to append this 0x in front of the call data. It's like specifying that this is in hexadecimal format. Let's just literally run this to see. Okay, so this is the size of this is 1. And then we jump, but in this case it will cause a revert. So as I said, the puzzle is pretty straightforward. We need to jump to the position number 4, which means that the call data size should be 4 bytes. And as I've said, this is in hexadecimal. So we need to input something which is like 8 characters. So it can be just 1 1 1 1 0 0. Okay, let's try that. Call data size. We have 4 on the stack, and we jump to the destination, and that's it. Thanks for watching out, and see you in the next puzzle.